Hello, everybody, and so sorry. Timing has been all over the place. I didn't get in till like 2:30 in the morning here in Vienna, switching to Vienna, and then I just had a live with Viv on talking to animals. Are your animals jealous? If you are interested in topics about talk to the animals, please go to the YouTube channel and check it out there. We do quite a few of them regularly on some really cool topics. So if this is of interest to you, please find it. And we literally just got done. So I had to switch over. It took me a little bit longer. And also I thought I had changed it on my phone to a half hour later, but apparently that didn't take. So whatever. I am sorry for all of you that were waiting for this at a certain time. I apologize. And what else is possible? So, without further ado, let's actually do this. And so, yay! Please use the palms of your hand. I'm actually on floor number 13 this time here in Vienna, and this room is very weird in the setup because the window is right behind me, so I had to close it because otherwise, I would be like a black silhouette. Um, but I do have like a view of Vienna, which is nice, but turning this around is not really working. But anyway, it's a very interesting setup. And I wonder if I'm going to like keep doing it this way for the next few weeks. No, week. I'm not here for weeks, but I will be here for a while. So let's get the show on the road. So expand out in all directions, drop your walls and barriers, close your eyes or keep them open, however works for you. And elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist on and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And one more time, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Now, for all of you that are not sure what I'm talking about, destroy and uncreate the big five. So Gary and Dane are constantly changing things. There's constantly stuff coming into their awareness, and they're always looking to create the most change with the least amount of effort in our lives. And so it started not too long ago with talking about presumptive realities, which are these things that we are using to basically always come to conclusion about what is so. Like, so for example, with the earth, we might have the conclusion that things are going south, climate change is going to do us in, etc. And with our bodies, the presumptive realities is that we have to age and die. And so we don't even question that anymore. And then even if we are trying to have another way with it, it basically always means we are still presuming that as realistic and true, even if we are trying to change it at the same time. So it doesn't really work, because in a presumptive reality, you have already made it a reality. You have basically already seen it as the only true and real thing, and you're not truly able to change it because you have it as a reality. So those are the presumptive realities that came out, which then right afterwards, Gary and Dane became aware that people also have a need of reactive realities. They are now called NORs, and presumptive realities, or PRs, and then we have the NORs. And so the need of reactive reality is basically everything you have already decided how somebody will react to something, or how you should react to something. Then the next one that came out was the NOR slime, which is the need of reactive response systems. And so basically, Gary added the word slime because all he could see was this being sort of that energy of slimy. But so the need of reactive response systems, again, is where you are doing everything you can to never be wrong. And so whatever it is that you have to put in place to not ever be wrong, that is your need of reactive response system slime. And so it goes together with the presumptive realities and the need of reactive realities. So then the last thing that came out were the AI actualizers, so the artificial intelligence actualizers that basically keep all of this together in a loop, so you never get out of it. So you go from presumptive realities so you go from PRs to NORs to NOR slimes to and the AI keeps it going. So it's like this rat race. Now, what Gary and Dane just discovered, literally, is also the fifth element, which is our need to save people. And with that, you are really, there's so much that goes with that. So it's part of relationship, it's part of family, it's part of the way that you're being in life with other people, etc., etc. So now, instead of always going through PRs, NORs, NOR slimes, AIs, and the fifth element, they're just calling it the big five. So here we are with the big five. They are the newest scoop for basically getting rid of things. And Gary had given me the Destroy, Non-Create, the big four, which was everything but the fifth element added to that insistent demand on creating desertification on planet Earth to run with you guys to basically change it. But now they are the big five, so I changed it to the big five. And I am, I am running it that way now. So I hope this makes sense. And I'm sorry, but this is kind of the cool thing that Gary and Dane are always changing things. So, but right now, this is about running this body process on the planet. And it is about actually also receiving in simultaneity from the planet, so that you do have a sense of the possibility of what else is truly possible with planet Earth when we're willing to be the change agent. So elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and Earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, pulvets, and beyonds. And please lower your walls and barriers and receive in simultaneity. Just receive, receive, receive. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, pulvets, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, pulvets, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Again, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. The energy here in Vienna is different from Rome. Not surprised. And yet, it's always kind of, it's cool to really have a sense of like, okay, different spot on the earth. Okay, cool. What else is possible? So please connect with each other too. Please receive from each other this process. And please be willing now to step the process up more, like intensify the process, but also push down your walls and barriers and receive from one another, please. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poverts, and beyonds. And please, guys, do not stop this process. Keep it running, but please keep receiving from planet Earth, from each other, What else is truly possible? And thank you all for being flexible and being here. Tomorrow we will do it at the time that I have been doing it, so we're all good. I hope at least that's what it is still in here. Yes, okay, cool. So thank you all again, and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.